Hello. Hopefully, you can hear me. As always, just let me know in the comments. I will bring the chat up at the side of the screen so I can see you all. So great. So what we're going to do on this video, I will start that off now. I was out with the Huddlestons the other night and we were filming, or I was filming them harvesting wheat with their two combines. They've got the Case Axial Flow. And as well as that, they've got their New Holland CR990. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Make sure you can hear me okay. That'll be great. And also, it's always good to know where everyone is from because we get such a varied mix. Hi, Paul. Thanks for joining, mate. Can you hear okay? Yeah, it's such a mix from all over. I was looking at the video, went live with Alex yesterday in his Fent 936, and I think I was counting some of the countries. There was, yeah, that's fantastic. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, we'd gone live on Facebook yesterday. I think I was reading the countries out. It was just unbelievable from Myanmar, all over the UK, Ireland, America, Canada. Yeah, it was just blows my Lichfield, fantastic, not too far away. I'm in North Nottinghamshire, not far from Retford, mate. So yeah, what we got on this video then, we've got the two combines, Afternoon Market, Harborough, Leicestershire, not too far away there. Rob, thanks for joining. Just check it's actually loaded up on Facebook as well. So yeah, this is an Axial Flow. They've got Huddlestons. Now they've got two combines there. They've got their Case, and they've also got their CR990, and they're harvesting feed wheat in this field. We've got Matty there. He's in the T7, and driving the Case is Sam. And then we've got Nick Huddleston in the New Holland. So it's always nice for me. I love going out at sunset, so it's always great to be able to do that. So what I did this time, I thought I'll record a fairly long video. Well, say that it's about 15-20 minutes. Don't feel you have to stay for the lot. Working at Strawson's farming many years ago as a contractor. Oh, fantastic. Which one of the Strawsons was that? I've been to the one near Pearlsthorpe, Rob. Yeah, so I'll just put some comments up as people are commenting anything interesting as well. So yeah, I've done some filming with the Haith kit down there, Rob, that they've had put in on their carrot line. I know there's a few different Strawsons, so not sure if it's the same one. Hi, is that? Who else have got on there? Yep, on top. So it'll be a bit back and forth this video. I'm trying to describe what's happening. I'll also talk about the kind of things I did last week and what is coming up in this coming week because there's lots still happening in harvest. Yeah, Billthorpe, that's the one. Yeah, so I was filming those. Yeah, the Haith plant. They put a big carrot washing and processing plant in there a few years ago. Updated it. So yeah, I did that. Yeah, thanks for the offer. Fortunately, I just film. I don't have any jobs available, so yeah, it's just me going out with the camera, capturing footage. So if you do, yeah, if you do hear me, because we're connected to live streams on Facebook, YouTube, and another couple of places, I can see the chat coming in. So if you can't see that and you're on one of the channels, that's just because I'm answering different people as they ask questions, just so it doesn't look too strange. So this Axial Flow, Sam looks after this, kept it nice and clean. I think he was a bit disappointed it was dusty on this day because of some rain the other day, but it always looks one of the cleanest combines that I film around, so credit to him for that. What else did we get to last week? So last week was a really busy week. I started at Roxgate and we got to see the stripper header working on wheat up there with Kieran, and that was in another New Holland CR990 up there. That was great. We went live on the page on Facebook with that. Also, we got drilling cover crops up at Roxgate. We had the 1050, Fent 1050, and that was with the Horse Toronto with the cedar on, and that was working some cover crops. And also they had the 742 Vario, and Alex was in that one, and he was drilling that with the Horse Avatar. So two different types working the land down up at Roxgate. And from that, if you haven't seen it, we went live. We did some live footage with the X9 as well, the John Deere, which is doing its rounds locally, which is always interesting. Not sure what's in where we're recording from. This was recorded, Dan, answering your question. So Dan's just asking where you're recording from. I currently am sat in Nottinghamshire, North Nott, and this was recorded just on the South Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire border the other evening. And here you can see that case. So it left the case now. You can see the New Holland CR990 with Nick in it. Just reading through some of the questions. Yeah, so I recorded one continuous shot with the drone, trying to capture different angles as that was going on. Quite interesting and challenging to do that for a period of time. When I normally fly the drone, I'm normally just doing a little bit of clips. I know exactly what I want, and I'll take maybe a 5-second clip in different angles. But doing this type deliberately to use a live video afterwards, yeah, it was a little bit different. So yeah, I got to see that big John Deere X9, which is Ripon Farm Services, one of the local dealers. That is their demonstrator this year. It's the 1100 version, and that has got on the front. It had the that John Deere had the 40-foot hinged Draper header on. Yeah, it has. Rob's just mentioned about the kit on there, which is true. The hell of amount of money for a few weeks. Ultimately, if it was sunshine, it could be done within 4 or 5 weeks, maybe. And the huge cost for it then just to sit back in the shed. I've got to share that one. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. We get some great comments from people. So yeah, no one's really told me where they're from today. Well, we've had some from. Rob's told me, and I think Paul's told me as well. Where's everyone else from? Always good to know. It's always great to have the feedback, because when you're doing these live videos, it's I'm trying to look at screens all at different times. Yeah, it's exactly 500,000 plus. I mean, if you look at the John Deere, I think that John Deere, don't know the exact price, but that big X9 with the hinged Draper, it can't be far off, pushing towards $1 million, which is a hell of a lot. Skipton, Victoria, Australia. Fantastic, Dan. Great to have you here. Will be a large product. Yeah, it would. I've been invited, funnily enough. I was invited over to the to go and visit Australia and do some filming of the harvest, but unfortunately this year I can't afford to do that, but it would be something I would absolutely love to do. I've got some friends who've gone over and done the harvest. They've worked here, and what they've done over here is finished the harvest, and then they've flown over to Australia and then worked on the Australian harvest. Quite a few of the lads go over from the UK to America to work on the foragers as well as on the harvest teams. There was another local lad, Alexander Coggan. He went up there and he was following round. I think they were in a fleet of John Deere's, and there was, I can't remember how many there was, but we had a video from him that we shared last year. So yeah, it's always interesting to see the different kit working. Yeah, it could be, Paul. It's been travelling around. I think it went to the Bartons, and I filmed it. I did a live video with it, the John Deere X9 harvesting with the 8800 Lexion, and then the day after that it went to Thorsby, and I filmed it again in some feed wheat, working with a class 7500 Lexion, and that was great to see it. I have seen him before a couple of times when they first came out, but it's always good to get different kit. That's why I like to come out the other night to see this case Axial Flow, different colour. It's nice to mix that up a bit, so it's not always the same type of combine that's coming out. So what else would he? There's a few small things last night. I saw for the first time what is called a woofler. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a woofler. Basically, when we've got some of the farms I visit, they run what's called controlled traffic. And that means they only drive on the wheelings. So the tram lines are set specifically on this. It's 36 metre controlled traffic. And then what they'll do is that farm will run on 12 metre intermediaries. And they use the woofler to bring up any of the wet straw from underneath on that wheeling and bring it back to the top to dry before baling. So that was something new. And I love seeing different things. The highlight for my week, to be fair, was probably passing. I was up at Rockscape filming. I was passing on my way home, and I came across a class Dominator. I think it was 1993 204 Mega. That was fantastic. I mean, I get to see the big kit, but even seeing some of the older classics running, it sounded sweet as. And there's a video on my page, on my Facebook page, showing that as well. That was just absolutely mega. So that definitely made my day. Nice aerial view from above, just seeing the combine turning on the headland with Nick before he drops back in. Just looking at my list, I wrote a list down of things I've been doing this week. The big V-rake as well. We've got Pat, a V-rake. It runs a rake at a V, would you believe, that then turns around, and he can set that up to do different things. He was specifically using that to move the straw off to the side to dry it on one of the videos you'll see on Facebook. And then what he'll do is bring back it in to merge it together when he's ready to bale. But it's quite costly for the contractors to have to do that. But that's, again, just interesting kit. So Nick is just lining up the CR990 now to open up a breed in the middle of this block. In he goes, and you'll start to see the just next to my head, the chaff spreader and the straw coming out the back. Just reading any more comments. Jim from USA. Hi Jim, thanks for joining. Good to have you here. Yeah, next week I've got some bale chasing, lots of bale chasing. I started this week getting some of the big bale trans stackers chasing bales, and I've also got, what have we got? We have a Massey that I filmed the other day with a Heath Engineering chaser, and then next week we are down with a few different farms with JCB fast tracks. I'm going to be filming 3 muck spreaders working together and a couple of balers, and hopefully that work will go off to JCB to use. So I always appreciate seeing some of the new JCB kit. Anyone else that's watching, please let me know if you're local to me around that Retford area. Plenty more harvest. We've got a little bit more strip aheader maybe action. Fingers crossed before that. Before the week's out, but people are really pushing on. The weather's improving. Used to be Simon. Great stuff. They are. So it must be nice to see them on the screen, Simon. What's that? What come up from Alan? Yeah, thanks, Alan. I'll tell you what I will be doing soon. We've got the ploughing matches will be coming up, and they're working days. I've got an old Hudson diesel major myself. I call her Molly, and I've started to attend more of those days as well. So we've got one coming up in a couple of weeks in Nottinghamshire. I'll be out with all the old kit. You'll get field marshals, you'll get the old Fortunes, you'll get Masses, all sorts of kit. Might get the International with that Rolls-Royce diesel engine. If you've seen some of my videos before on that, that is absolutely awesome. It just sounds so sweet. So yeah, hopefully that type of stuff will be out soon. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's something I didn't, just a comment from Paul here on YouTube. I didn't get to see that. They were bringing a tractor up to show it for the John Deere. So with the John Deere X9, I know it's not this video if you've just joined, but we're just chatting about what we've been seeing this week. They can bring their John Deere Connect, I think it's called, tractor, and the combine driver can actually speed up and slow down the tractor as he wants from inside. So he can take away that, because he can see more from the cab, to be fair. Some of the trailer drivers are guessing, but once the front of that trailer loads or that your screen's blocked, you can't see anything. I've carted for a couple of weeks on a farm once, and it's very, very challenging. So that is a wicked bit of kit. I would have loved to have seen that in action. So yeah, I bet that was great. One harvest that should be better this year is potatoes with all the rain. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely it is. Not just potatoes and maize. The maize crop this year, I know when I did last year's videos, for those who are watching who followed me for quite a while, last year's videos with maize, we were getting the mickey taken out of us locally because we had such stunted crops, where this year the maize already is quite looking quite good. So I think we've had the rain at the right time for that, and that's that should be a mega crop. Hi Hitesh from India, thank you for joining. When you did the chaser, Simon, if you're still on from Huddleston's, did you use their chaser bin? Because I've never seen that in action. I know Huddleston's who are on the video now They used to run, was it green chaser bin? I can't remember what make it was, but they did used to run those. I never got to see it. I've seen the horse one with the Bartons, and that features quite a lot on my videos, but yeah, never that one. It did look nice bit of kit though. And else, trying to think what else we might have on next week. Land work. We got the quad tracks out. We're going to have the quad tracks working land, down with the 12-meter horse jokers. We'll have the 1050 working land. There will be lots of other kit moving. So very busy time of year. And then, as mentioned, potatoes are starting. I think the Thorsby's topped theirs the other day, so lifting won't be long at all. Hi, Gene. Yeah, agricultural college. I'm not a farmer myself. So Gene's just asking about learning with those machines. Bale chase. Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, not the actual corn carting. Yeah. I can't help, unfortunately, Gene, on that. I'm just a video creator. I just go around visiting farms, but I would use a Google search for careers in farming and things like that. That's the best place to start, or ask some local farmers. That is your best bet. I do get asked a lot about jobs, but I unfortunately just make videos for a living. So let's have a look. What did you just want to check on that Bale chaser? What kind of chaser did they have, Simon, on that? Was it a trans stacker? Was it a Heath one, Super Chaser? The new, I've been filming that new Heath Super Chaser Extra. That's quite a nice bit of kit. And the countryside you've seen there is that's looking across into South Yorkshire on the top of that part. So we're crossing over from the borders of North Nottinghamshire into South Yorkshire. Don't know, Gene. Don't get involved with that side of it, mate. Sorry. So I'm just going to fly up to that combine in the corner there with Nick as he's unloading, and then we'll follow the cart just as he moves off that field. And then there's not too much longer left of this video, so I won't make use of this. A couple of minutes left, I think. There you can see him unloading. Walton Chaser, pre-trans stacker. Is it the same type, Simon, where it turns the bales every so many, so it knits it together? I know with the trans stacker, you get that turn, don't you? So it's 2 bales one way, and then the trans stacker turns 2 bales the other way to help. I assume it's to steady up the stack. Thanks a lot, Rob. Always appreciated, mate. Thank you. Yeah, same design. Yeah, nice one. Now, a lot of people said to me on those, Simon, on the there's a lot of hydraulics. Did you ever have any issues with them? I've never seen any problems with the trans stacker, but I do appreciate there's a hell of a lot more working parts to go wrong than the Heath ones. So there he is, just going around the headlands, taking that trailer load back to the grain store. We'll just nip across, follow him down a little bit, and then I will take the camera back over and we'll have a look at Nick. I think we've just got a little bit more of Nick finishing off. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sensors are the issue. I suppose if they're not too expensive and you've got a few in stock. So we'll just do some panning round. There's 2 minutes left on this video that I recorded, and then I will leave you all in peace for another day. At the moment, I'm trying to do a lot of live videos to hit a certain threshold I need to earn money off from Facebook. Quite a challenging threshold, but I earn an income from Facebook, so I've got to do everything I can to maximize that. Still cost me all my time. and fuel, etc., and all the kit that I have to purchase. So it's all part and parcel of it. They can see the tracks on the front of that. Different combines. Someone asked me why we don't run dual wheels like they do in America. Our infrastructure in the UK, the road infrastructure, cannot cater for that type of thing. So we have narrow bodies normally, and the tracks on the front keep that narrow. They stabilise the front header, and they also help spread the load of the combine, its weight, a little bit more onto the ground. Just coming up, you can see the combine, the front header. I think. So it was a landscape video, but I've cropped it for Facebook. It's challenging to know the right format to put out, because I appreciate this on YouTube would be better in portrait, but I have to look at where most of the views come from. So there you can see the header, the reel turning, bringing, making sure that crop is upright as it hits the knives at the bottom, and then the auger is feeding that into the center of the combine to be thrashed. There's Nick. And in the background, there is the case. So yeah, 25 seconds of this video left. I'm going to pull back now with the drone. Hi Yusuf, thanks for joining. Hi Kitesh. Just turning the lights on. So there we go. That's it. Quick chat, catch up, and a little bit look at the sunset harvest with the Huddlestons. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it, and I will see you all.